Sometimes podcasts can be a real bummer.
But
not all the time.
Not with things like that.
Oh, not when we got a goddamn slide whistle from our friend Red Burr. He says, a gift for you. Keep up the insanity from Red Burr. Sent us an actual, honest-to-God slide whistle.
That looks like that costs some money. Thank you, Red Burr.
I've never seen a metal slide whistle. They've always been plastic when I've seen them.
You've seen a slide whistle?
Yeah, you've never seen them? Like a little toy one for kids.
This is
This
is like a professional deal.
Yeah.
Look at the...
this is like...
They use this for Bugs Bunny cartoons.
This is
sure.
This is the American song whistle.
This is like from like some. I mean, this place. He got it from a high school or something. Can you? We all need to get that. Can you imagine a chorus of those?
A 3 slide whistle attack, like the Leonard Skinner.
I mean,
of
like
slide
6
whistles.
of them. Yeah, like 6 of them going at all different octaves.
Yeah, the way Skinner had 3 guitars, we'd have 3 slide whistles.
3 slide whistle attack.
Yeah. Oh, well, and you could do the if I leave here tomorrow, would you still remember me? 'Cause I must be traveling on now.
Do Freebird. Do
You can just
Freebird.
literally just do it back and forth.
Can you imagine like 8 of those doing the solo for Freebird? It's like the last thing a clown thinks before it has an aneurysm.
Yeah, no, it's a clown funeral.
Yeah, it's a clown, a clown funeral.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, play
hearse-
taps on those.
The hearse is really small.
Yeah.
And then they bring a huge coffin out of it. Just gigantic.
too big, let's say.
Well,
Comically large.
Well, it's got to accommodate those shoes.
Right. But it's
And then they open it to have open casting and snakes fly out.
All the flowers shoot water at you when you get close to them.
like the person
And people are still sad. People are just bawling their eyes out still because they love this guy so much. But then they sit on a whoopee cushion and just still cry. They can't even find humor in it.
the priest makes his way up to the front. He slips on a banana peel and he pulls the readings out of his curtain. It's just like a bunch of curtains coming out of his. It's just a wacky funeral.
I want
he was a clown and child molester
and a serial killer.
and a serial killer.
14 children in his crawl space.
Who doesn't?
When you hear there's families crying, hearing that the 21 slide whistle salute,
My question is,
trying to pick at his funeral.
do any bands actually use this in their music? Or is it just for sound effect purposes?
Yeah,
My bet- my
who in
bet's-
Slide Whistle Weekly is like holding it, modeling it.
My bet is on a jam band. Out there somewhere is a 4th tier jam band that has a guy who can just wail on this fucking thing.
I'm thinking
That's a wacky jam band.
bad American folk music where they're really trying to put a twist on it,
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that kind of almost cabaret level. American.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Just
Oh,
like
man.
that. Just like that.
Yeah, but my guess is a 4th tier jam band has a guy.
Yeah.
His name is probably Vibe, and he can fucking
A jam.
Well, he has a slide whistle guy whose name is Vibe.
yeah. Well, no. See, I think he's probably like the conga player. He's the miscellaneous percussion guy, and everyone who knows their music knows that as soon as they play, fucking Lumpkin 5 or whatever the song is, the fucking Vibe is going to come out from behind the conga
dais,
drums.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going to come down and he is going to wail on that fucking slide whistle, bro.
Their friend wanted to be in the band, but he wasn't really musical.
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
There's always
we
that
gotta
guy.
have Vibe, man.
Yeah.
He's the guy who gets the the coke and
They
stuff.
already had a bass player.
He's the gopher.
Oh yeah, bass player's first to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, fun to be had. There's a lot of bands that you can start with those things. It's good to know. It's good to know how to play those things. They come in
Yeah.
handy.
Oh, let's talk about the water main breaking.
Oh yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
Crazy night last night.
I get back home from the podcast yesterday and water's just shooting out of the street.
Yeah.
On both sides and in the middle.
Yeah.
The middle wasn't really shooting, but it was definitely coming out. It started there because that's where they were working on the water line for months and months and months. And remember how you couldn't fucking park your car there and it was annoying as shit?
I do remember that. Yeah.
They didn't do it correctly, apparently,
Nah.
after taking all that time.
Well, you know what's crazy? Before y'all moved in, I'm talking 2013, 2014 era. There was a large trench in front of our apartment building for a year.
Where? Like in the street?
So where they have, where that water main broke, that whole curb from there until to the front door, basically.
That four-way stop.
At that right past that four-way stop directly in front of our building, taking up, I would say, about 6 or 7 parking spots, was a trench that was big enough to where you could park a dump truck in it. And it was there for a year.
So it was like half the street.
Yeah, pretty much the entire half of the street, and almost
That's crazy.
3/4 the way in front of our building was a trench, and all they were doing was fixing the water main. So the main that broke last night is at most 6 years old.
Well, that was part of the thing they replaced.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So this pipe is months old. Still isn't doing a good job. The street started moving. Like, part of it started sinking and another part rose
up,
and the asphalt started cracking.
I saw that.
Wow.
Shit was wild.
Right below the balcony of my house, there's a gutter.
Yeah.
And, like, the whole gutter thing is, like, there's the asphalt, and then it turns into cement in a little rectangle, and then there's a gutter at the bottom.
Yeah.
The cement started sinking.
Jeez.
And it's still sunk.
Yeah,
the rising part of the street went down, but it went down like fucking... This gutter thing went down like 6 inches at least.
Oh my god!
And then
when I get home from the podcast, I was like, am I gonna die? Am I gonna not gonna? But am I gonna just like lose my apartment because it's just gonna fucking start falling into the
I was like, is shit about to start coming out of the toilets? Like, what's about to start happening?
Yeah, that was another thing. I was like, is this sewer water? Like,
what's about to
you
about to
don't
happen here?
know what the fuck is going on when that happens.
What's your next play, Murphy?
Yeah.
Oh well, there was like 3 in a row. Fucking the water main exploded. The internet went out, and then there was a huge earthquake last night.
I didn't experience the internet.
I didn't wake up from it. Did you feel it?
Nope.
Yeah.
I only woke up this morning. I was like, oh, okay.
I like how even then earthquake Twitter can't be deterred. Like most people slept through it and they're just like, it's crazy. People stay up for that. That's why I moved here, is to tweet about earthquakes.
I think our building handles earthquakes well.
Yeah, it's a new building. So,
I think we don't.
It is?
Yeah,
it's newer than most buildings around here.
I'm the first tenant in this apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was built in like 2011.
Wow.
I didn't know you were like patient zero for this entire apartment complex.
Dog. Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna have to study his body when he dies first.
Yeah. I'll be the first to get the 101 disease, they're calling it.
Yeah.
Holding it down.
The
Holy
Hollywood
shit.
freeway virus.
Holding it down.
Yeah.
That is crazy. You'll probably be the last one here too.
Oh, definitely.
When they try to sell the building, you'll make some last stand.
Absolutely. Never leaving. Love it.
It is nice.
By the way, I wanted to share this. This is maybe the funniest video I've ever seen. Because you can, and I definitely showed it to you, Carter. The reason I like it so much is that the tone of her voice keeps stepping up in intensity, and I would compare her voice to, it's like listening to a Honda Civic, a manual drive Honda Civic, trying to make it up a mountain.
As someone who owns a Honda Civic, I don't like this.
I used to drive.
I mean, like one from the 70s.
I used to drive
Yeah,
a manual Honda Civic.
So
I know exactly what that sounds like.
Angry.
The sound you're listening for is like,
yeah, you can hear those gears shift.
Yes.
You absolutely can.
See if you can hear it. Okay, here we go.
I was just at CVS, and a man that doesn't even work for CVS wouldn't let me in the door, and he threw me out the door. He doesn't even work for CVS. He wasn't wearing one of their shirts. What the fuck? Anderson Cooper paid this man to make me angry. They're not letting me buy things to hydrate myself. I want to buy some tea. Fuck you, America, for making me live like this. What the fuck is wrong with everyone? They said I'm not allowed to buy anything. Well, fuck!
Wow, fuck!
I love when people put an exclamation on a statement with a curse word.
Yeah,
that's so
that was
good.
straight pro wrestler shit.
Loved it, dude. It's so fun. I mean, I said on Twitter, but it's true. I was like,
I'll see you, Anderson Cooper, at CBS this summer. It's gonna be a war.
This
summer's Anderson Cooper at CBS.
This is sugar withdrawal right here. She couldn't get an Arizona iced tea for 99 cents, and now she's freaking the fuck out.
That's what the fuck she's talking about.
Is there no hair, or is there more more hair just pulled very tightly in the back.
I was
think it
trying
is-
to tell that also. I think it's very tight.
I believe
think
it is so tight that it is squeezing her brain.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah, I
so
think
tight
you're
that
right.
she appears bald almost.
Yeah. The only reason I think it's a bit is because she's so good at doing the anime like shaking of the camera to reflect her anger thing at the end. Like
Yeah.
it's over 9,000.
Well, it seems like she's going faster.
Yeah, well, she's like
I mean,
ramping
like-
up. The
like not in
engine's
her-
getting hot. It's like
Yeah.
she's breaking the clutch.
That's the thing. It's like, yeah, the engine's getting hot, but she hasn't released the clutch yet. She's
Right,
going, like the car's shaking and shit.
Yeah.
Particles are levitating in front of her. She's super sailing.
God damn it.
She's craving
Fucking amazing.
mango flavored Arizona iced tea.
I will not call it mucho mango. It's mango.
I want the inner.
CVS. I want Anderson Cooper.
That's
CVS.
That's the best line. That was the two things that made me think maybe she's a comic and it's a bit. Is the great, amazing, emphatic camera shaking at the end, but also the line
Blaming Anderson Cooper for masks
where
is funny.
no, not for masks. It's more personal than that. She says the quote is, because I've watched this video 6,000 times. The quote is, Anderson Cooper paid this man to make me angry. Love it.
Also,
Fucking unhinged.
she goes into the
Incredible.
fact that somebody who didn't work there kicked her out. That also seems like a bit.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Kudos to the guy who did that, because that's hilarious. You should.
Yeah.
You did right. You know.
Yeah,
Does
if
she
it's
not-
a bit, then I
Does she not?
I cede.
Yeah. If it's a bit good. If it's not bad.
I mean,
Better.
yeah.
Actual proof of crazy person.
Does she,
Always better than made up comedy.
Has she not been anywhere else where stores are hiring people, like security people, to not let people in the store?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty common thing these days, in LA at least.
Yeah, I think so. Not sure where that's. Not sure where that's from. I sourced it from an Instagram account called Karen Go Brr. It's
Okay.
kind of pretty fun.
That sounds like a TikTok account, too.
Yeah. It's
Sounds like a Gucci Man song.
yeah. Karen should go brr, hang out with Birdman. Get on MTV Cribs and have a weird one with Lil Wayne. We like girls.
Is that a Lil Wayne song?
No, we talked about it on an episode where the Cribs for Lil Wayne.
Oh, right.
For
Yeah.
Birdman, it's him and Lil Wayne just appear to live together, and they have a jacuzzi in the living room. and Birdman's like, we have.
Strictly for girl kissing.
Well, no,
we're not into dudes.
Well, Birdman's the one who goes, yeah, man, we have like all the friends over, and we all hang out in this jacuzzi. And then Lil Wayne has to go, yeah, but we got girls too. We
Right.
get girls.
Yeah, right. Of course. Yeah.
Call up the No Limit Soldiers. We're having a hot tub party.
But one girl each.
Did they ever beef No Limit and Cash Money?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it seems like
You can't
Did
live
they?
in the same city and have successful record labels. And
Right.
I don't think it was like a album beef.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
It was just like
They're
Passive-
trying to top each other. And
Yeah.
shit.
I
mean,
okay.
But Master P was the first to hit it big, though, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I always associate No Limit. No Limit is they are 1997 and Cash Money is 1999. That's how I always break it down. They're like No Limit hit first, but man, how many of those songs? What was their like?
I'm just trying to think.
one?
Besides
Make them
Beyonce
say, "Oh, that's kind of the one we know."
Man,
right?
I miss my homies.
Yeah,
But is that
Pass
to the
me
same
the-
degree as Back That Ass Up?
That's
though?
the thing.
That's like a huge
That's
song.
the
Well,
thing,
Cash
yeah.
Money was a bigger record label,
Yeah.
success-wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
But
I'm
Master
saying.
P made Pass the Green. I need some weed with my Hennessy.
Yeah, he signed
It's,
Snoop
kinda
Dogg.
familiar.
Signed Snoop Dogg very briefly.
The game is to be sold and not to be told.
sir.
Is
Yes,
the name
sir.
of his No Limit album.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg was almost. I heard the other day Snoop Dogg was almost broke when he signed to No Limit.
Really?
Yeah,
'cause Suge
because
took all his fucking
yeah,
money.
he signed a fucked up contract with Death Row.
Yeah, man.
God, he one of the biggest villains of all time.
Yeah, he's a
Suge
bad
Knight.
person. He's
Yeah.
a bad person. But yeah, Snoop Dogg, everything was in Suge Knight's name, his house, his cars. He apparently recorded an album called Fuck Death Row
Yeah.
and was going to put it
A
out.
little on the nose.
Yeah. And then
What's this about? Hey Snoop, what's this album about?
It's like it's if you listen to No Vaseline now, you're like, this is a product of its time. I'm sure this hit pretty hard, but if you listen to an album called Fuck Death Row, you're like, it's probably good that he wrote about something else.
Oh yeah, Master P convinced him he was going to get murdered over that album, which is
He's
likely
not
true.
wrong.
Yeah, likely very
Not
true.
wrong at all.
It was pretty heated back then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then so he signed to No Limit, and he learned how to be his own brand or whatever everybody says now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I've always said
And he became the most successful rapper of all time.
I mean,
Snoop Dogg?
one of them for sure.
I would say so. He's still like one of the hottest features you could put on a rap
your
song. or any
grandma
song.
knows who Snoop Dogg
That's
is.
For sure.
That's exactly,
Absolutely. He's an icon.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is I always compare, and this comparison is not just because they're both famous weed smokers, but Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson have so much in common in that people who are like, I do not like country music, are like, dude, Willie's awesome.
He's cool.
And people who are like, I don't give a shit about hip hop, are like, dude, Snoop Dogg.
He's
that
got
guy's-
some songs.
That guy's
Dude,
cool,
yeah.
man.
I've listened to, I was telling you, I've listened to Latter Day Records by both. They're solid.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
super solid. Like Willie Nelson has a good, like you said, like,
Yeah, it's every other record with Willie.
yeah.
is good.
I liked Last Man Standing. That one was pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Snoop Dogg is like, he's putting shit out. He puts out like, I mean, up until.
And they've both put out reggae albums.
Yeah, that's true. I still haven't listened to Snoop Lion shit.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you ever listened to 7 Days of Funk? It's cool. It's
what's
like
that one?
Snoop Dogg and Damn Funk as that guy. I forget.
okay.
He's like a producer, but like they did this EP and it's like all funk songs with him singing. I'm pretty sure it's auto tuned, but it's cool
Sure,
and like
yeah.
it's kind of weird and stoned out, and it's cool.
Snoop Dogg recently did like a EP with a reggaeton artist, I think. So.
That's-
or
that
like a
checks.
Spanish language, like
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah. It's like his number one song on Spotify right now.
Oh,
It's like-
really?
it's like with these two. I don't know what.
It
what the
sounds
genre
good. I don't know what they're
music
saying,
is.
but it sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. And he was like, he's got features on like that Flying Lotus song, and like he's for sure like still a
Still
bit.
popular. He's like he's 48 years old, I believe.
Which is means God, he was crazy young when he got successful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he was like 19
Yeah.
when he first was on the Deep Cover soundtrack.
Yeah, that's right.
I forget sometimes that he's acted in some things.
Dude, he was in Bones.
He was in
bro.
Bones. He was in Training Day.
Fucking
He's good in Training Day.
He is good. He's like noticeably good in Training
I
Day.
never saw Bones.
most memorable cameo in Half Baked.
Yeah, that's right. I just quit
man.
smoking yesterday.
That's my favorite. Is when he pops up and Dave Chappelle's just like, man.
That's right.
damn it.
Because he's bogarting that joint, my friend.
Yes.
As I've heard it's claimed. Described. Do not do that.
Well, we mentioned villains. I've got a few villain stories up top. Bill Montgomery, the co-founder of conservative student group Turning Point USA, has died at the age of 80 of coronavirus. And so,
Oh, no.
Wait, who is it?
this is Bill Montgomery. So Turning Points USA is basically it's the mouthpiece of 26-year-old conservative wunderkind named Charlie Kirk, who it's essentially a student group. It's an organizing committee to organize like shithead Republicans.
Yeah,
in
he's
college.
a YouTube personality.
Yeah. And he runs this group, Turning Point USA. So basically, in 2015, he was giving this speech at Benedictine College when he was 19, and this like weird 70-year-old vampire named Bill Montgomery was like, the future! And basically poached him from college and was like, you should drop out of college and start this fucking terrorist organization. And
You are young and white and look decent.
yeah. So that guy is dead. And of course, over the pandemic, to the shock of no one, Turning Point USA representatives have used social media to downplay the impact of coronavirus in public life. So the next ghoul, of course, comes to us from Tyler, Texas. The terror from
my
Tyler.
favorite place.
Representative Louis Gohmert. Last weekend, a group of his oinking mutant swine supporters showed up to counter-protest a BLM protest, and they beat up the campaign manager of his Democratic opponent in the upcoming race. So that's cool. But the good news is now he also has COVID.
That's the caveat with all of these.
But the bad news is that he's been walking around the goddamn Capitol with like a bandana, like he's like trying to look like a cowboy and shit. Like not one that's
Stick 'em up.
Literally, that's been happening all week. So there's no telling who,
in
Like,
Austin,
you
where
don't-
they already have a issue with COVID.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like I don't want anyone to get it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like it's horrifying.
Yeah, well, he's in D.C. So
Oh, it's that capital.
yeah. He's a U.S. representative. Gohmert only found out that he was positive because he had to take a test in order to get on Air Force One. So that's the best part. Is they were going to Midland, Texas, to some fucking rally, but Trump, do as I fucking say, not as I do, tests everybody to get on Air Force One, and that's how he found out.
You got to go to Midland. People are rich down there.
Yeah, that's where the
That's where the Bushes are from, right?
Yes,
Midland
sir.
and Odessa is where the oil
money is,
and
indeed.
all the oil workers like are young idiots who drive fucking Ferraris to Applebee's and shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't have anywhere to spend the money out there.
It's got some OC vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, except that in OC, they you could spend money in OC. In the middle of like Odessa, they have to like order like Ferraris and have them driven from here and shit.
Wow.
There's that much money where it's like I literally physically cannot spend this in this town. So, yeah, he was trying to get on Air Force One. While he didn't get on that plane, the test came too late for many other maskless Republican notables that Gohmert has been seen with recently, including Attorney General Bill Barr. So they've been photographed together all week. So maybe the Attorney General has it now.
He's like, maybe don't tag me in your Instagram posts. I'm just saying, like, I hope you get better.
Well, this is fucked right here. So it's also too late for his staff. After Politico reported that Gohmert had tested positive, reporter Jake Sherman received what he said was an email from a Gohmert aide. Quote, Jake, thanks for letting our office know that Louis tested positive for the coronavirus. When you write your story, can you include the fact that Louis requires full staff to be in the office, including 3 interns, so that we can, quote, be an example to America on how to open up safely? When probing the office, you might want to ask how often people were berated for wearing masks. So,
Oh my god.
the people who work in his fucking office found this out by reading Politico.
Yeah.
Not from him, who he knew for a couple days.
Who is trying to make an example of let's get as many of us into a tight space as we possibly can.
Just the
It's fine, guys. It's fine. Don't you fucking wear a mask.
I'm sure even Trump's like, Jesus, I mean, there's a pandemic. What are you doing?
I mean, this guy is like genuinely one of the fucking worst people who's ever served in government.
He's from Texas.
What an administration to be under.
Here's some highlights from his racist, pig-headed career. Number 1, nominated Newt Gingrich to be the Speaker of the House in 2012. Number
Wow.
2, recently said that the Germans had invented a, quote, mist that kills the virus.
The German?
Yeah,
They're smart.
yeah. And they're
Bosch, Bosch.
Right, yeah. Mingala.
Yeah. 3, claim that ISIS was sending Muslim women to the United States to bear, quote, terror babies, perhaps, and was perhaps doing this by learning Spanish and impersonating Mexicans.
I like how every time one of these like insane like one of these like senators or something who has COVID, like it comes out, then like the backlog of all their crazy shit comes out
Yeah.
too that went completely unnoticed.
Oh yeah,
Like
absolutely.
this person who is a high office.
I like that one because it intertwines 2 different racisms together. It's
Yeah.
just like, hey,
2 for 1.
you don't know if you need to be scared of Muslims or Mexicans. Just know, be scared.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Number 4, he accused the Jewish billionaire and Holocaust survivor George Soros of complicity in said Holocaust. Worth noting, Soros was 9 years old when World War II started. So clearly the
He was a
mastermind.
wonderkind. He was a wonderkind.
The final solution was orchestrated by a 9-year-old Jewish boy. It makes perfect sense.
It's like the Omen or something.
It's all for you, Hitler. It's all for you.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, well, so this villain got COVID, huh?
Well, and lastly, he called former FBI Director Robert Mueller a, quote, anal opening which is one of those he got the right conclusion.
Just call him an asshole.
I was saying it's one of those things where he, got the right conclusion for the wrong reason. Mueller's an anal opening because he helped gin up the Iraq War and enhanced NSA domestic spying programs, started a program to jail as many suburban Muslim teenagers as he could for talking shit on Reddit. There are reasons, but it's not because he was mean to Trump.
Wow.
But what we were all, I think we all knew, what we were leading up to here.
Yeah.
And of course I am speaking of the passing of the conductor of the Kane train.
Oh, God. Yeah, I forgot about the song.
This is what I was going to bring up. I mean, look, Herman Cain is a fucking, sexually harassing dupe, I would say. He is one of those people who proves that you don't have to be smart to be rich. And that man is a billionaire, despite the fact being truly one of the dumbest people who's ever lived, capping off his dumbassitude by going to a rally in Tulsa with no mask and bragging about it. And
he's immunocompromised because he had cancer before.
He lived through stage 4 cancer.
Yeah. So
it sucks that shit like this has to happen to open up a dialogue about wear the mask.
But it's not though. All his supporters are gonna be like, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
He had cancer again. I saw that already. Somebody online was like, yeah, I think he probably died from something else, but they just say it's COVID because hospitals do that to make more money.
Yeah,
they're like, I've heard that it's a money-making scheme.
Well,
conspiracy theory.
They can just twist anything that happens into the various conspiracy theories they've come up with to not wear a mask or whatever.
Yeah. The only thing I wanted to say about Herman Cain is that even though his life is over, at the very least we did get the Tim Heidecker campaign songs that he made for Herman Cain.
Oh yeah, those
in 2012. So I just want, this is a minute long. I did just want to play the Kane Mutiny, which is my favorite. Basically, comedian Tim Heidecker of Tim and Eric fame basically took it upon himself to be a free-floating campaign manager, ironically, for Herman Cain in 2012 and made 4 songs, which culminated in Herman Cain, My Lord, where Herman Cain is crucified and ascends to heaven to become God. But this is Kane Mutiny, where they're stabbing him in the back.
They're going to take out their fucking knives and stab him to death. It's a Kane Mutiny!
He's my lord.
It's a Kane Mutiny! A Kane Mutiny! They're going to throw him against the wall just because of what he believes in, even though what he believes in is the right answer for our country.
Kane Mutiny.
They're going to throw him right up against the wall because of what he believes in, except for what he believes in is right for our country.
It's right for our country.
It's a Kane Mutiny. It's a Kane Mutiny.
There we go.
Man,
It was all worth it for that.
I'll tell you that, and I'm gonna rewatch the bad dubs. His bad overdub version of his political campaign commercials is.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh, the bad lip reading.
The bad lip reading. He is the owner of the single best bad lip reading.
Yes, he
all
is.
3. I think there's 3 volumes of it, and they're all gold.
My God, yeah. So he died a meme. That's his whole life.
When was he born?
I think at this point we can definitely say that Tulsa rally, not the biggest success.
Yeah,
it was kind of a dud.
Yeah. People poorly attended.
Poorly attended.
74. So
74.
I'm gonna say 68% on Rotten Tomatoes for that one.
So he was born in 74?
No. He was. No,
he's like in his 40s.
Yeah, I was like, what the
Holy
fuck?
shit.
No, he was born in 1945. He was 74.
Herman Cain, 1945 to 2020.
Welcome to T-Bone and the Cock. Thanks, Cock.
We got a wild show for you today. First, let's go to Rivers Langley with the traffic.
Fucking Azusa's on fire. There's no traffic because the freeway's caught on fire. Yeah. The fire's heading for the Sriracha factory.
This is, man, we need to just. This is the beginning of the first episode of the Zoo Crew thing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, people need something for their drive. Like now, their drive time commute is like, hey, you out there just aimlessly driving around, wondering the purpose of it all? There's going to be a lot of traffic today because everyone's unemployed.
You know who Nick Vatterott is?
Why does that name sounds very
He's a
familiar?
comic.
Uh-huh.
And he released like an album of just like pretending to be a morning zoo crew, like a comedy album.
Oh, cool.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's like a Carlin's thing, though. Wonderful Wino. That was so fun.
What's that?
He does like a whole radio morning talk show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he does
I've
all.
never heard that.
That's like
It's like it's one of his first.
that,
hits.
yeah, that's from FM and AM. Yeah.
Even before that, that's
Well,
from.
he's done it for a long time, but the kind of the final. I think it was the last time he did it. Is like that. 'Cause that's what he says
Yeah.
on the album. He's like, I've done
It's
this
like-
for a long time.
Yeah, he retired it on FM and AM.
Yeah, but man, yeah, so funny.
It's so good. Yeah,
What is he? He's like,
the best is the news part. It's like. Saigon.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I was like he's like, what does he say? In Chicago, it's 5 o'clock. In Washington D.C., it is 6 o'clock. In Baltimore, it's 8:42. It's just fucking the best.
Good shit.
Yep. So, new people who canceled themselves. Madonna retweeted Dr. Stella Emanuel's video.
No, wait. I thought she was cool.
No, she's apparently just been sitting in her room since March going insane.
What was the first thing she put out? Something with like a typewriter.
Or her son or something did an
What was
interpretive dance or something.
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
she's been doing weird shit on Instagram.
pretty much her whole career.
Well, she's been doing weird shit her whole career, but I mean, like career-ending weird shit.
Oh, yeah.
On her Instagram since March.
Really?
Like, she's just posting really bizarre shit. So the pop legend called Dr. Emanuel, who we talked about yesterday. If you want to hear all about Dr. Emanuel, listen to yesterday's show. Called Dr. Emanuel, quote, my hero, despite being homophobic and having all the weird beliefs about aliens. and all
People
that
really
shit.
just want to believe that it's over.
I'm telling you, man.
They
They
really,
really-
want to
they-
believe there's a cure.
It works. We can go back to everything now.
Like, it feels good saying it.
It's not gonna. It's not. It's
feels
not
good.
gonna be a year. Yeah, you have the most optimism out of anybody I know, Carter.
Yeah.
Truly. Like when we were just talking downstairs, I was like, "Man, Carter really thinks this is gonna end soon." Just like, and you want it to. You could just tell. You know?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would like it to, but it's probably not going to.
Riverdale actor KJ Appa is also facing a backlash after sharing the video and urging his fans to, quote, watch and share. If
Smash the like button.
well, Chad Kroger and Josie Scott once said, a hero will save us. Eurythmics singer Annie Lennox blasted Madonna in a post. Quote, this is utter madness. I can't believe that you're endorsing this dangerous quackery. So, fucking, you know what?
And he stayed cool. Been cool
Yeah.
since
Been
84.
cool forever. And also has my favorite Eurythmics song, Would I Lie to You? And in this case, no. Annie Lennox, fuck Madonna. She's out.
I'm going to do a deep dive back through some Eurythmics records.
Dude,
because of this.
and Walking on Broken Glass, one of the greatest fucking songs ever written.
All right.
So good.
All right.
What if she just did this to get her streaming numbers up?
Hey, good call.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Hey, you know
works.
what? Yeah. Well, look, we need we just lost an 80s icon. Madonna's dead to us. So
This is what happens, though. A lot of people are like extremely liberal leaning,
Yep.
and then they get older and they become. It's ever since Donald Trump got elected, people became way more liberal or way more conservative.
yeah.
Well, it's also because he's a celebrity. You know what I mean? And he's definitely polarizing in that way where you have to stick to one side of the aisle a lot more. But it's also like, he brings out brings out eccentric behavior of like attention grabbing celebrity shit.
That's very, very fucking true.
Yeah.
But I just think, I don't know. Madonna's fucking crazy, of course. It's crazy that she supports anything related to Trump. It makes you think she's probably like a, behind closed door Republican type.
Yeah.
Like a
Well,
lot of like celebrities in LA probably are.
Yeah. Well, it's and it's that weird shit of, especially with this, because that woman is so fucking homophobic, and Madonna is like this gay icon. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Even if you believe that, it's one of those, it's like Naruto said, it's suicide, my man. I've thought about that every day since he said that. I read a story like this and I just hear Naruto going, that's suicide, my man.
I don't even mean to be a Madonna apologist, but I bet she just read the part, or she didn't even watch the video. She just read the part of like, "There's a cure," and said it out. She spent zero time on researching this.
Guaranteed. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. There's no way she looked into anything beyond that one post,
which is crazy because you have nothing but time
and millions of followers who are just they're there. They've got free time too.
When that Plandemic video came out, I googled the name of the doctor at the beginning.
Yep.
It instantly just comes up that she's like kicked out of the scientific community for false information. It's like, how can you not just do that exact same thing?
Oh my god!
People tell themselves crazy shit when they've been locked away for.
They want to believe it's true too.
Yeah,
they want to believe
it's true.
If you wear a mask, it's bad. I should just not do that.
Yeah.
That's what kills you.
Well, and part of it is that Howard Hughes shit of just like you just have too much money for too long and your brain boils.
Right, yeah.
Like you're not a human anymore. Like you're just detached from,
need, or like you're detached from ever
need or want.
Want or need,
Every rich person complains about being depressed because they don't have to use their time to do life necessities of life. Well, they don't have to clean shit, do laundry, cook for themselves, shit like that. So they just sit around and think about themselves all day and then feel bad. And it's like you have too much money for your own good.
Yeah.
Like you stopped being a real person when you got a certain amount of money.
Well, in a way, I pity them. Then I think about their private islets, and I'm like, nope.
I know.
It's like we were saying, a couple weeks ago about like restaurant workers being like not cool with having to wear a mask, but just like whatever. It's just another thing to pile on to my already difficult existence. So I just won't fucking complain about it because whatever, I want to live. You know what I mean? And then meanwhile, the people who show up to Costco with a gun and no mask are like, it's because their fucking business where they sell hot tubs is shuttered at the moment and they don't have anything else to do and they're sitting on a bunch of money. It's like, well, I'm bored.
Yeah. Oh, what? I can't peruse now?
Yeah.
Well, fucking Lil Wayne and Birdman haven't bought a hot tub in a long damn time. Need to get this
girls.
I think Anderson Cooper's fucking paying these people to make me angry.
Anderson Cooper, you live in CBS.
By the way, a group of doctors and medical professionals working in 3 hospital systems in Kansas made a list of 50 common activities to determine the risk of contracting COVID-19 with each activity. Would anybody like to guess what the most dangerous activity is?
Go to a restaurant or a bar.
Bingo! That is the number one thing, is hanging out at a bar.
I mean, it's like everyone's mouth is open. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, you don't shut the fuck up when you're drunk.
People are barking out like gobbledygook if their fucking heads because they're drunk and no one's wearing a mask. You're inside. So that's got to be the number one place where it would get transmitted.
Yep.
That or a hospital.
Yeah,
I mean, but
the hospitals are trying extra hard.
Right? Yeah.
There's like COVID wings they keep completely separate from the rest of the hospital.
For a second there, I think I'm just hungry. I was like, ooh,
COVID wings. Yum. Are those dry or sauced?
Dry rub wings.
They got those in Cajun.
I want wings.
It was National Wing Day yesterday. We fucked up.
God damn it!
Man.
We have a wing day once a month.
I was gonna say, yeah,
it's a National Wing Day every day around this place.
You better believe it, buddy.
These are the top 6. So number 1, hanging out at a bar. Number 2, attending an indoor concert. Number 3,
not a thing right now.
Attending church with 30 or more people. Number 4, eating at a buffet. Number 5, attending indoor sporting events. And number 6, watching a movie in an indoor theater.
You gotta be
all these gluttonous activities.
I was gonna say you have to be the wildest type of fat to still be going to buffets right now.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got to be like a committed fat.
I've had dreams of India's restaurant, but I restrain.
Like all these things.
They are not.
All these
I'm
things.
sure they wouldn't even be open.
I know,
They're smart enough over there.
And this is why people are bummed because all these things are the exact things we miss.
They
like
rule.
All of them. They all rule.
Bars, fun. Concerts, really fun. Not church so much, but
Some people love
yeah.
it.
Well, church can rule.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I get it.
If you let Jesus into the light of your life, and
I would love it if you could just cut out church and do the rest.
Buffets, awesome. Sporting events, great. Watching a movie in theater, one of my favorite things.
One of the best things ever.
Yeah.
So that's why we're sad. But it's like that's the exact things you can't do right now.
These are. I'm just gonna read like in descending order. So this is from dangerous to least. State fair, amusement park, funeral or wedding, visiting a nursing home, public bus, traveling by plane, eating in a restaurant, playing football or basketball, outdoor concerts, riding on a school bus, 1 hour indoor class, going to the mall, shaking hands, attending church with 30 or less people.
This is getting to
This
least.
is getting safer. Yeah.
Okay.
Working 8 hours in an office, going on a first date, using public restroom, and then now we're getting into the green zone.
You can't get corona from a toilet seat.
The green zone here. Spend an hour at a playground. Eating food prepared by others, going to doctor's office, pumping gas, going for a walk, and finally, the safest activity you can do is to check your mail.
What
So,
about not leave your house?
I think that's with the implication.
yeah, I think this is like if you're going to leave your house, these are the things you shouldn't do. So,
Yeah.
safest is to check your mail. Least safe, go to a bar.
It's wild that this stuff has to be detailed out.
yeah.
It's just like, don't get scrunched up with a bunch of people.
Yeah,
But that's what I enjoy the most in
Being a
life.
face in the crowd. That is the name of my memoir.
If I'm close enough to touch a stranger, I love it.
I want to feel their breath. Now's a terrible time to be a mouth breather. Just taking huge gulps of it.
Go. By the way, that activity of going to the lake. Speaking of the lake, this is a story from Big Bear Lake, up right just outside of Los Angeles. Signs were posted around Big Bear Lake last weekend, warning campers of quote satanic cult activity. Officials confirmed on social media that these signs are fake. So somebody put up these signs with this, like the city seal of Big Bear Lake, being like, "There's Satan everywhere."
That's a classic prank right
yeah.
there.
Because more people are using Big Bear now than like maybe in a long fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
So like now they're being like, there's rituals going on out there.
This is what the sign said: "Attention campers! Due to increased satanic activity in this area, camping is not advised until further notice."
I'll gladly take satanic rituals over just too many people. Like, how many people are in the satanic ritual? Two?
They're probably trying to get rid of COVID. If you're doing any ritual
just say
right
that.
now,
Yeah, just say, hey.
The sign says,
we killed a raccoon. We thought its blood would fix some stuff.
well, that's what he said. The sign continues. Several pets have been reported sacrificed in these satanic rituals. Several missing person reports have been filed with local authorities. So they're really just trying to freak them out there.
One time in
I'll do it.
Austin on April Fool's Day, somebody went to a rich neighborhood and found an empty lot and just put a sign on it with the Austin city logo that said, "This is the new site of the Austin homeless shelter." And they freaked out to the point where it made the news the next day because all these rich people were like, "No!"
Oh, that's amazing.
So it is fun to put up fake signs. If anybody's listening and wants to do that, you'll have a good time. And we can talk about it on the podcast if it's crazy enough. Like this made the news too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got one more funny one. This is from Laurel Hill, Florida. Multiple motorists trying to avoid a head-on collision say that they were forced off State Road 85 last Sunday night by a man heading south who repeatedly drove into the northbound lanes. It happened
That's
south.
not good.
So he's swerving into the. I had a friend named Stevie in high school, and Stevie was like 2 years older than us, so he was the first person that we knew that had a car. You know, and so he had a Ford Thunderbird, like one from the '80s. And I remember riding with Stevie one night, and he just kept doing the thing. He'd go like, "Oh, we're in England," and would like fucking just drive on the. He was a maniac.
Oh my god, I would kill him.
Yeah, I would not be in the car with.
Well, we were 13 and we were like, dude, Stevie's so fucking cool.
Jesus Christ!
You like that?
Is
You
that
like how
why
I
you-
drove opposite the flow of traffic?
Think about how Rivers drives, Carter. Do you think he was influenced by the Stevie
I don't
character?
know, I hate this Stevie guy though.
So after a traffic stop on the reckless vehicle, sheriff's office deputies found 2 small children crying loudly in the 2012 Dodge, which was being driven by 42-year-old Timothy Geicha. Timothy Geicha of Crestview. Geicha then told deputies that he was, quote, trying to scare the kids because they were misbehaving.
How do you spell this name?
G-A-J-K-A.
That's a crazy name. I thought you must be pronouncing it wrong.
You thought I was broken?
Yeah, I was like, what's happening?
Gotcha. It's G-A-J-K-A. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess he is
Gotcha.
Timothy Gotcha.
Tim gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, he was trying to scare the kids because they were misbehaving. He was charged with the DUI and 2 counts of child neglect and possession of marijuana.
Damn, they had to hit him with the POM too.
I know,
Fucked
man.
up.
Yeah,
Fucked up.
He was just trying to play England with the kids.
When you are high, it is fun to scare children. I give him that.
What?
I worked in a haunted house for 15 years.
Oh man, I told you about that. I used to work at a bookstore, a used bookstore.
Yeah.
And around Halloween, I went to the haunted house, and it would be a bunch of people who came to the used bookstore but dressed up like and shit. So I'd see them and be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And they'd be like, "Ugh," trying to get back like they didn't want to say hey to me.
Yeah. That's against the rules, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just noticed a lot of repeat customers, repeat offenders, you might even say.
How are you like in Harry Potter? That's the only book I could think of.
Yeah, remember when you spent $300 on Harry Potter books and you know,
Atlas
and
Shrugged.
toys and shit?
Atlas Shrugged, good.
Good. Do you enjoy it? Mm.
I asked for questions for the first time in a while.
Oh, okay.
We're good at answering.
These are
them.
fun, yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what the people are asking here. Oh, by the way, update. The Sam Jr. won the poll, like
Gotcha.
far and away, ran away
Yeah.
with it. Shit.
But I think Bugs is going to be the one.
Well, yeah, in Twitter, the comedy option of the poll always wins.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah. Bugs was strong though.
It
Bugs
is. Well,
was
look,
strong.
now after I looked at the cat, it does look like Bugs Bunny.
And,
Right,
and
it
it
does.
and it appeared around Bugs Bunny's 80th birthday too.
That hat, yeah, I'm sure Emily considered that.
Yeah, we all knew.
Yeah, I knew.
This is from our friends at the There's Nobody Here Named Josh podcast.
Oh, I know this guy.
It says, is there somewhere in Canada other than the Yukon you'd like to visit?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yo, mama's pussy.
Damn.
Whoa.
Damn. I would.
Wait. No, wait, I've got the perfect thing.
I was gonna say I would like to go to Yo Mama's Pussy, but I'd also like to go to Montreal.
Yeah,
man.
After all this,
That's nicer this time of year.
Yeah, than Yo Mama's Pussy.
it's
yeah.
the summer.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always wanted to go to Montreal or
Quebec City looks amazing.
I want to go to Vancouver.
Yeah,
'cause it's
Vancouver
close to
for
here.
me.
I've been to Vancouver. Vancouver is fucking lovely.
For
Yeah.
some reason, I don't want to go to Toronto. And not that I have
Yeah?
anything against it, it just doesn't seem that interesting in the grand scheme of cities.
My friend who lives in Montreal, I was like, "Is Montreal like the cool city in Canada?" He's like, "Yeah, that's the one you want to go to."
I want to go to Ottawa specifically to see the place where Tom Green put the statue of his parents butt fucking on the front yard. That is my number one thing I want to see in Canada is Richard and Mary Jane Green's home, where Tom Green had the "Make My Dinner Bitch" statue.
A sketch that is now impossible to find online.
It's bullshit, man. I hate that.
So funny.
It's so funny. The Slutmobile, like, there's
Yeah, it's great.
king.
It's great stuff.
Absolute king. Funniest man who ever lived.
I gotta check
He's
with my
good.
friend Robin.
Yeah. No, I think, my interest in going to Canada is highly dependent on, obviously, getting past the Corona thing, but it has been my experience that comedy, everywhere I've done shows in Canada, has been unbelievable. And every Canadian comic that I know in Los Angeles is the funniest person I know. Like
They're very funny.
It's fucking ridiculous. And my friend Jared Logan once said to me, he was like, "Yeah, well, Canada's kind of like the Galapagos Islands of comedy because it's sort of hard to leave. Like, it's hard to work in the States and get a green card and all that shit. So they've got just their own ecosystem up there. So it's you know, similar to the Galapagos, where birds will develop slightly different traits and stuff, where they're all birds, but they're just something is fucking wild. And that's how like Canadian comedy is. It's like similar to American, but just fucking like weird and off a little bit.
Oh, I love it.
And
yeah.
it's some of my family. And God, I mean,
Kids in the Hall. I was a
just
huge
the
Kids in
fucking
the Hall
people who've
person.
been on this show. Steph Tolleb, John Hastings. There's so many funny Canadian comics. It's
Nick
ridiculous.
Nemiroff, throwing that out there.
Yeah. John Doerr. Christ. There's a million. of
Norm
them.
Macdonald.
Norm Macdonald, my favorite comic. I think. Maybe.
Bruce McCullough is one of my
Kids
favorites.
in the Hall. Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen. Yeah. But yeah. So
Seth Rogen.
sure, why not? Yeah. I think he's a Vancouver guy too.
He is.
Actually.
Yeah, he's a Vancouver guy.
Yeah, but I adore Canada. I desperately want to go back, and I'll go anywhere in Canada. I don't need a fucking excuse if they'll let me in. Which right now we can't go. But
Ain't happening. No.
yeah. The government says you guys are too fucking stupid.
They're
to be
smart
here.
enough that we won't be allowed for a long time.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, and y'all are totally right. If you're listening to this and you're Canadian, y'all are
That's
right.
why I said smart
Yeah.
enough.
I had delusions of grandeur right before this. Like, I want to visit Vancouver this year.
We all did.
Yeah.
We all did.
Not happening.
That first week when we didn't have to work, we were like, time to do everything cool. And then that second we were like, oh no.
No. But yeah.
Oh man, yeah. So I don't know. My answer, either Montreal. I've heard Quebec City is even more of like a fun old European vibe, even more so than Montreal. And then outdoorsy shit. Also, Halifax is Nova Scotia is supposed to be beautiful. So yeah, I want to do some kayaking at the border waters up there in between Minnesota and Canada. Yeah, I got a lot of plans that I want to do in Canada. If my stupid country would just fucking wear a mask for 2 goddamn weeks, then I could go there and do all the things.
I'd go hang out with my friend Robin. Me and him used to make short films together in film school.
Oh, you got a buddy up there?
Yeah, he's a real good buddy.
Yeah, well, at some point when this shit clears up, Dr. Pat's moving up there, so I'm gonna have a fucking place to stay in Vancouver. If people,
Oh, yeah, I forgot he got that job in Canada. Holy fuck.
but it's just kind of like
When? Yeah. When can
big question mark? Whenever universities come back.
We were all so young before this.
I really do. If we took a picture of us right before this happened and what we look like now, what the progression would be.
Well, we
Pretty sure.
did. We've taken a picture every single day.
That's
You
true.
got a good point.
We
Yeah.
should look at those.
I feel like I've developed some sunken in eyes.
If you don't have them, something's wrong with you.
So, if Sam and Carter joined Wrestling Pro Wrestling, what would their characters be? That comes to us from Peter Vasey at Peter M. Vasey on Twitter.
Okay.
So, pro wrestling time.
I always thought it'd be fun to be a heel, but that seems easy. It
Yeah.
seems harder
Yeah.
to be a face.
Oh, it's the most difficult thing you can do.
Yeah.
Is to be a legit face.
And so I'm going to have to say heel because I'm very untalented. Not talented enough to be a face for sure.
What character would you go with? Because there's been some, just in the past couple of years, there's been some fucking genius, like, heel
At
type
wrestling, pro
characters.
wrestling, yeah, you can really fucking go out there.
Oh, yeah, I just meant wrestling in general, but yeah, with WPW specifically, my God, yeah, it's endless. You
I
can
might
do whatever.
have like a weed smoking thing, and I can get like a fake bong. I can
Ooh.
break over people's heads during
Dude,
matches
you're
to cheat.
Oh, what do they call a budista? You're a fucking
bud tender?
A bud
an
tender.
evil bud tender.
Yeah.
Dude, and all you're doing is just shitting on people's weed. You're
Yeah,
like, dude,
and
your weed's fucking suck.
I sell them shitty weed, and if they complain about it, I hit them with a bong.
Ooh, see, I was thinking, oh, that's funny. Yeah, you're like a bad bud tender. I was thinking it'd be funny if you're like an elitist.
Well, I would be elitist in addition to selling them shitty weed as
Oh,
a
okay.
true heel.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I
Man.
like that, and nobody's really done that.
Maybe I can put on a fucking white dread wig,
Yeah.
Jamaican hat sort of thing.
Yeah, Come Out to Two Princes by Spin Doctors.
Yeah. Just anything like that,
Wow.
Make weed suck. That's what
Ooh.
I would do.
Ooh,
Make weed suck.
I would
Oh,
make
heel turn.
I would make people just be like, man, I'm never going to smoke weed again based off this character. It seems like it does bad stuff to you.
Yeah.
And I'd throw out free weed to the crowd to try to get them to like me, but then I'd push them away and grab my weed back. And say, fuck you.
No, wait, no. You throw out weed to the crowd, but it's all stems and seeds.
Oh, yeah, it's just fake. It's just grass I ripped out of the ground in front of the Moose Lodge.
Yeah, I'd be like, you aren't worthy of this, man. I got the best fucking AK-47 ever, and you can't fucking afford it, bro. I only sell to people at USC. All right?
Dude.
Yeah, you got to come in on like a fucking one of them, bird scooters or something.
Oh, yeah. And just be like, dude, these are so fun to ride when you're fucking high like I am all the goddamn time, dude. I'm hungry. I just leave during the middle of a match to go buy a bag of chips from the concession stand.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Well, what would your persona be, Carter?
Jeez, I've been just really trying to think. Well, I don't know, like the river rat. Like I'd be like the river rat.
You could be the gator dog.
The gator dog. Yeah,
they build costumes over there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Yeah, I could be a gator dog, so I could just be like a dog with a gator tail that doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's heel or
You'd be a face if you were a gator dog. People would be on the gator dog side.
Yeah. You'd come in as a heel, but then after 2 shows, people would be like, "Oh, this guy rules."
Yeah, I don't know, or like Buffet Ray or something.
Oh, coming in a big fat suit, jackass style fat suit,
and like
Ooh,
never-ending thing of plates that can break against people's heads and shit.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
You
You could
know.
bring in like a big serving spoon and smash people in the face with it.
I have rolled up peppermints in people's checks.
Yeah, you have those shitty chocolate mint things, like the really shitty, cheap restaurant kind.
Microwaved like chicken tenders and shit.
I like Buffet Ray.
You know,
You could do a music thing.
could do a music thing.
That's honestly, let me say this, and they've kind of, it's WWE, so naturally they've done this, but they kind of bungled the most genius idea I've seen in years, and that was the original gimmick of Elias in the WWE, who his gimmick was he's one of those guys that shows up with a guitar and starts singing.
Yeah,
And shows up to a party with an acoustic guitar and then insists on taking over everything. And I'm like, that is so specific, but literally everyone on this planet knows that guy and fucking hates that guy.
Oh, if I'm gonna be a heel, I'm gonna be phone man. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep trying to make people watch something on my phone.
Oh, dude, that'd be such a good character.
That's the thing. I keep trying to put my put my gross earbud in their ear. And be like, listen,
Dude,
look.
it's so funny. You have to watch till the end, though.
I can't really do it. I gotta show you.
And then if they watch it, you can hit them from behind or
Yeah.
something.
That's it. Yeah, you hand them the phone and then you fucking hit
Yeah,
them
and they're
with something.
distracted.
Yeah.
And they're like, how long is this? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I did it in movements. You know what I mean? I made this space rock album in movements. And then I hit them from behind with a chair.
Yeah, I like that's a really good
I think that's the
character.
one. I'm going with phone guy. I got to think of a better name than phone guy.
That's fucking genius. Yeah. Can I show this to you?
Yeah.
Ian the Influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine for years.
I would just say the phone hog.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
phone hog.
Yeah.
You can make me a pig.
Yeah, I was going to say, and it's wrestling pro wrestling, so you'd literally be a giant pig man.
Yeah, be a pig man who makes you watch stuff on his phone.
Fuck yeah.
You come out in a shirt that just says twitch.tv or
I think I've said on the show before, my best heel idea I've had, or actually, I guess, depending on the venue, either face or heel, would be 2 guys on probation being led to the ring on work release by their probation officer. So the idea is they got to work, so he takes them to the wrestling so they can wrestle. And but their whole thing is they're trying to do better. They're trying to turn their lives around, even though they're on probation. So their names would be Doing My Best and Trying to Change.
All right.
Yeah, and I think those would be one of those where they come out as maybe heels, and within the match,
I would love that. I would love to wrestle those guys and
Yeah.
then try to get them high so they piss dirty.
Dude, this is the feud right here, man. God
Dude,
damn.
I think we just applied.
I think we did it. Well, shit. Thank you so much, Peter, for that question. Thank you. There's Nobody Here Named Josh. Listen to There's Nobody Here Named Josh. I did an episode with them. They are fun as shit to talk to. I love those guys. Yeah, we'll see you later this weekend, Sam. Where can people find you online?
Slam Harder on Twitter. Did anybody sign up for the Patreon based off my suggestion that they'll get a drawing?
I don't know. Let me check right quick. Oh, shit. We got, it looks like Aaron is going to be getting a fucking drawing. If he gave us his address, he's going to be getting a drawing.
Aaron, if you
All
didn't
right now.
DM the address to River or
Yeah.
Carter, even me. Well, now you'll have my phone number, so you can just text me.
Yeah, that's
You've been
true.
Yeah.
commissioned.
You won't be disappointed, Aaron.
No, I don't
I
think
can
so.
assure you of that.
Yeah. We got the address too. So hot
Hell
damn.
yeah.
Well, shit. That's cool, Aaron. You're getting a drawing from Sam. Thank you so much. Patreon.com/thegoods-pod. Carter, where can people find you online?
Carter_Glasscock on Twitter and Instagram.
And of course, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. And follow us on Twitter. Talk to us. We love to hear from you. And yeah.
So here's a slide. We're going out on a slide whistle today.
Oh, wait.
Rivers, play us out.
Wait, I have the perfect thing.